Hey guys, so don't know exactly where we left off, but in this video we're going to finish this car up. So the first thing we're going to do is a radiator. A lot of times for radiator, just get a piece of aluminum, even this crappy stuff that's bent, and just some ribbon. Looks like a radiator kind of. Paint it black or silver. I'm going to paint it silver, so like aluminum rad. But you can do what you want. I'll just cut this to shape, well, to size, I should say. Just rectangle, that'll fit in the Rad Sport. And then I'll glue the ribbon on both sides, paint it, and then glue it in, and I'll show you that. So now, got it all painted. Sometimes I'll do black wash, or I'll paint it black first, then silver. But from there, I'm just going to glue top, bottom, stick it in where it's supposed to go. So pretty self-explanatory there. So now on to engine stuff. Like I said in the last video, you can put these engine plates, or you can just have a cross member in the bottom and glue it to that, like the oil pan to the cross member. So normally I'll just glue right here, and it'll just kind of sit in place. Use the torch if I have to. But this car, I have these plates, so they sit roughly where the engine mounts should be, so right there. So I'm just going to put glue there, some on the oil pan here where it's going to touch the cross member there, and the tranny cross member, and then I'm just going to slide it in like normal. So I'll show you that once that's all glued in. So just a tip, if you got engine cages and stuff, you can put the engine against the firewall, even if you don't have them. It'll make your front end a little stronger. It's got to push the whole firewall back to be able to bend up, or it'll bend up in front of the A-arms. So yeah, there's that. Now for hood, for header wise, if you have headers, so you can skip this if you don't have headers, but kind of go like this. Then you just mark out the hood where these will be roughly. So we're gonna use a black marker. And we're gonna, so there's that. And on the side, you kind of just line up roughly where it'd be. So kind of like that. And then on the back, you just mark it out. So show you when it's all marked out. So now you can either cut out the whole center or just your header holes, so I'm going to do that. So as you can see, I got it cut out. It should give you a good baseline, just got to trim a little bit. So yeah, so to install the hood, which I actually have to cut these bigger, so hold on. So you got to clean off kind of the main spots. Doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so it doesn't, the glue doesn't just stick to the paint and peel the paint off. So from here, just kind of line it up, make sure it fits and everything. And just like the trunk, I'm gonna put some glue on there and glue it down. So I'll show you once that's glued down what I'll do next. So there we have it. From here you're going to want to do wheels, so you're going to have to get your axles. This one has to be pushed forward, which is unfortunate because I have stuff connected to that axle, so it's going to be hard to pull forward. But yeah, from here you're going to put on your wheels. So you might use resin wheels. They're relatively cheap, easy to find. So yeah, you just drill a hole in the center, or you can get them 3D printed, which these are. Which if anybody's interested in these, I'm not really telling where I got them, just because I don't want to be bombarded. So don't ask, because I'm not going to tell you really. If you're on model groups and stuff, you'll know where I got these from. but none of them have these gussets in the back. So really, most resin wheels are just for models, and most 3D printed stuff is for models and not for stuff like this, so it's not going to have these supports and what have you. But so I'm gonna put these on. I'm gonna paint them probably on the car just so they're mounted, so I'm not trying to paint just like this, and it'll be solidly mounted. So gonna drill a hole, put a clothes hanger through just like this, or a wire, something solid enough for your axle. Jam it in there, glue it in, push it into the other side. You might have to put spacers in your axle to center it out, whatever, or cut your axles shorter. But yeah, I'll show you once I get this front suspension and wheels all situated, and the back and how it's going to sit. Just a quick tip, I do like to sand my axles down slightly just for tolerance reasons, just so they slide a little bit better. But yeah, just little tip to get them to spin a little better in the axle. So got all the wheels on. I always check for wiggle. Depending how center your holes are in your wheels will determine how wiggly it is too. So I kind of average it out. I'll roll it, kind of play with it. You're gonna have to tweak it, like pull the axles. As you see, this car's quite twisted. So this wheel is dropped way lower than this side, but that's okay. Over time, it'll be fine. I'm gonna actually pull this up slightly, but yeah, from here I'll put a drive shaft in, which is self-explanatory. I'm not even gonna show you; it doesn't matter. Just glue a piece of metal in there, or plastic, whatever you want to use. And then this car I have door wraps for. So I made door wraps. These are technically like team cars. So I have another car right here, my round back. So similar style door wraps, just same theme. So these will go on, and it's done. So that really just completes the tutorial. There's some things I didn't necessarily go into depth in, and some things I really probably could have skipped over. But yeah, there it is. That's kind of how to do it. And you can go more basic than this car. You can go, well, sky's the limit. You can go as high as you want in level. But yeah, this is kind of the outline of what I do, and hope this helped you guys out. And yeah.